talking about none other than the man known to this family as everybody's coach. Let's give it up right now for the man who will be bringing us Coach Erik's play of the day, Coach Erik Robinson, 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 Robinson,
Woo!
Robinson,
Thank you,
Robinson,
thank you, thank
Robinson.
you, Troy. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir. We hear you loud and clear.
Woo, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right. Let me know what they got me in today. They got me in a 3K outfit or they got me in the 4K. Am I looking crispy? Am I looking sharp?
You're looking good. Looking
All right,
good.
all right. Woo. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling y'all just doing it. Y'all are doing it and doing it and doing it well. I'm telling you, man, she represents Queens, but she was raised out in Brooklyn. Woo, oh my, oh my. Some of y'all gonna get that a little later. But
Okay, LL.
yeah, still on that level up high, still on that level up high, y'all. Um, Today I just want to share some things with you. I want to share some things with you, you know, but I invited some guests out. I invited some guests out to those who attended Level Up, those who spoke at Level Up. I wanted them to maybe just, share some of their insights, share some of their wisdom, share some of their findings, right? So we'll see if they come on. I see a few of them maybe in the attendees just peeping in, but I really want to go back and talk about what I shared at the Level Up for those who didn't catch it. So go back and watch the replay. It was the second day, day 2, and it was the closing of day 2. And I talked about gravity, the science of gravity. The science of gravity. One, you have to understand that it's real. You have to understand that gravity is real, okay? And once you understand that it's real, you can now map out a plan. You can now map out a plan. See, the Wright brothers created an airplane. I think their airplane, like the old, had the little pedals on it. They were just running with a pedal like a bicycle plane, right? That's the image I got. Maybe it was, but that's the image I got. They got the bicycle plane. One guy pushing. They got a whole bunch of people in that push trying to get off the ground. But they engineered the plane because they said man can't fly. And then he starts thinking, yeah, he can, if he understands the science of gravity. Once you understand, gravity is a constant pull, never changes, ain't going. So that's one thing about the laws of gravity. It's going to give you, apply the same force each and every single time. What goes up, what? Must come down. It's going to happen each and every time. It doesn't matter if you're dropping a pin or you're dropping a little, something small, a light. What goes up must come down. Now, the amount of force it takes for something to go up, that's the difference. And so I was talking about let's take a bullet. How does a bullet able to kill in life? Not just a man and animals. You can, a big rhinoceros, right? 2,000 pounds. How does it go in life? And it can go through wood. It can go through bricks. Depends on how the bullet is designed. That little small bullet, the force. See, if I take this pin cap, no, I'm going to take that pin cap. If I take this pin cap right here, if you look at the average round of bullet, this pin cap is bigger than the average round of bullet. Bigger. Typically, maybe about half of that was once it's released. That little piece, once it's released, the force travels at thousands of miles per second. Okay? It's traveling at speeds, at force, maybe 1,000 miles per second. I don't know if it's sonic, but that's why you hear the boom. But it may not be supersonic. But it's traveling at a high rate of speed. Are y'all with me? And that high rate of speed allows us to penetrate. See, somebody understood. If you put enough force behind even something so small, it can create damage. Oh, let that one sink in. If you put enough force behind something so small, it can create damage. The airplane took down the World Trade. They tried to blow it up before with dynamite. They took a plane flying 300 or 400 miles, 500 miles per hour, 400 miles per hour. They took a plane and hit it. It hit with enough force that it brought down the towers. Y'all catching me? So Eric, okay, you're talking all this destruction. Well, some of y'all need to destroy your current situation. Some of y'all need to destroy your current financial situation. You need to blow that thing up and rebuild a whole new thing. Are y'all with me? Some of y'all need to rebuild your business. Some of y'all need to build a business. The question is, how much force? Anybody familiar with construction or been around a construction site? Or seen a building being built, a house being built? Anybody seen something being built?
Yes.
In modern terms, modern day?
Sure.
Okay. What do they use? What's the first thing they got to do when they building the building, building the foundation? Let's say land is clear. What's the first thing they got to build?
Foundation.
Foundation.
Foundation. Y'all some smart people. Now, what do they use to build the foundation? Do they hire a whole bunch of day workers with shovels?
Kind of level thing.
No, backhoes and stuff like that.
They got some high-powered machinery, right? They can apply a lot of pressure. They can apply a lot of force. They got you got that, what's that thing that goes in the ground, backhoes and different things, right?
Excavators.
Bulldozers. Why? They need something strong enough, stronger than man's typical strength. Are y'all with me? They need enough force to dig the dirt up, to create the foundation. It's the force. I want y'all to understand something. See, some of y'all trying to build your business, but y'all building it with the force that you're applying for your foundation. Let me show y'all the level of force y'all using. It's like saying, I want to build a skyscraper, and I'm going to start digging dirt with this plastic fork. And you're coming back, man, my fork broke. Right? Then you get a little plastic knife. It may be good for a plate. It ain't even good for a good steak. But that's what y'all are doing. What do you mean by that, Eric? I'm building my business with a fork, a plastic fork. You're trying to create the foundation with a plastic fork. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to move no dirt that way. You got to apply force. If you're trying to build a big business, a big building, you need to go get some machinery. Are y'all with me? That's why the pyramids are such a mystery. People still can't figure out. They didn't have a machine. How in the world did they build the pyramids? How did they didn't, it's too big for just a Johnny to, they understood the science. The Egyptians understood the science. Are y'all with me? The Africans, they understood the science. And people still to this day, in modern day, still can't figure out how did they build those things without gas-powered machinery. They understood the science of leveraging and created. Are y'all with me? We can only imagine what they use. But I guarantee you, somebody said, let me take the science applied to that. Where am I going with this? You're trying to build your business. You're trying to lay a foundation. But I'm going to do it. I don't really want everybody. I've heard so many times. I probably say this weekend, I probably heard at least 10 times, literally 10 times in 10 different conversations. People telling me, anybody, and maybe some of y'all on this line, so I'm not calling them out. I'm telling you, I'm saying 10 because I don't want nobody in line to think, oh, you're talking about me. Y'all, 10 is the minimum that I've heard it. 10 is the minimum that I heard it. I don't need to build that big, I'm not sure if I got the right people. Sarita, just so we can make sure nobody's feelings gets hurt on this line, are you able to speak real quick? Sarita or LaShonda, either one of y'all able to come offline?
I'm here. Good morning.
Okay, so LaShonda, and Sarita, you was right there by my side. LaShonda may have overheard it. But did I have a conversation with somebody not on this line about building big?
Yes, multiple times.
Okay, so cool. So I just want to make sure y'all clear. So I don't want to offend anybody on the line going, oh, you're talking about me, because I talked to some of y'all. But I'm telling y'all 10 is the minimum. So I just want to get somebody to say, hey, look, yeah, Eric is not talking about me, because I get those calls later. Oh, he was talking about me. Yeah, That's like the pastor, like, oh, you on my toes, you coming down my street, whatever they say, right? You on my lane, I'm on some of y'all's lane. See, the force of building your foundation, what force are you applying? See, some of y'all are, well, I'm not trying to get that many people. Well, how big a building you trying to build? Because I don't want to live in a house that got weak foundations. Are y'all with me? Because when the storm comes, even the Bible says when the storm comes, if the foundation is not deep enough, what's going to happen?
Wash it on away.
It's going to wash it away, right? When the rain comes, the flood comes, it's going to wash it. Your foundation. See, you need a strong foundation, y'all. Are y'all catching me? You got to think. Here's the problem. And I'm going to give y'all the problem and solution. Your foundation is small. The solution is, it starts in your mind. The blueprint of your business is starting with a small foundation. Who gets to create the blueprint? Who creates the blueprint for your business, ladies and gentlemen?
I do.
You do. And the blueprint of your business, who decides how big it is?
We do.
How much does it cost you to decide to to make the decision to build a strong foundation, a big team?
Zero.
Zero. So the thought of the blueprint costs you zero. Let me show y'all what a blueprint looks like. Can I do it for you on real time? Eric, you're talking about that. Show me, brother, man. What are you saying? Okay, I'm going to build a blueprint for a business. All ready? I'm going to do it right in front of your face. Okay. Let me turn around this way. Like I don't have them on the fancy whiteboards like some of the top people. So I'm going to do the old-fashioned pen and paper, right? Okay. I need...
Oh, that's a napkin presentation.
Okay, I wrote my blueprint. What does it say?
100 personal and 1,000 team.
Y'all, how much did it cost me to do that, to write my blueprint down?
$3.99.
How long did it take me to write my blueprint down?
10 seconds.
Minute and a half.
Some of y'all, I say, well, how many people you want on your team? Oh, if I get 5, if I get 6, 7, give me a strong 3. All right. I've then asked people, how many people you got on your team now? Oh, I got about 15. I got about 20. So if you got 15 or 20, are you making the money you want to make? Nope. So what makes you think, but if I get the right 3, Eric, if I just get the right 3, you got 15 or 20. How do you think 3 is going to make you win? You ain't winning with 15 or 20. What makes you think you're going to win with 3? But if they're the right 3, if that can understand, y'all, we're human beings. I want y'all to just understand this. You don't know what's on somebody's mind. I wake up every day with my wife for the last 31 years, and I do not know what's on her mind when she wakes up. I don't know what's on her mind when she goes to sleep. So I'm like, baby, I know what's in your mind. She's like, no, I wasn't thinking about that. Like, dang, I'm wrong again. I know what you're thinking about. Huh, you do what I'm thinking about? Oh, you think about, man, I'm so fortunate, so blessed to be waking up beside this wonderful guy. Ain't that what you're thinking?
Nope.
Nope. Just like, I was wondering why you didn't turn the light off when you got in bed last night. And I had to go turn it off myself. I'm like, dang. You woke up thinking that? Man. See, you don't know what they're thinking. Are y'all with me? So stop trying to build a team so small. And yeah, it might end up being the 80-20. I call it the 90. 80-20 said the 20% of the people do 80% of the business. I think it's really more like, as an entrepreneur, I'm thinking it's more like 5% does the 95%. It's like 90-10. 10% of your business is going to go, 90% of your business is going to come from 10% of the people. Meaning, if you got 100 people on your team, 10 of them is going to produce the 90% of your business. The other 90, they ain't going to do much of nothing. So when you know the science and you're saying only 10% is going to produce, If I need 10 strong people, man, that means I got to at least get about 100 people to find 10 good ones. Are y'all with me?
Mm-hmm.
But y'all like, I want 3 or 4 good ones. Where you gonna get? How you gonna get 3 or 4 good ones?
Mm-hmm.
They don't walk around with a shirt saying I'm a good one.
Other than top flight, it doesn't make
They
sense.
walk around with shirts saying
Right.
Polo, Gucci,
So that's why I
Versace.
always try to lead in and
Y'all
say,
with me?
hey,
You look at me. My shirt don't say I'm a good one.
I start saying, let's do A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
I say
Mhm.
Now, so
all right, we know who ain't tuned in. I won't call no names out, but if you got some A, B, C, D, E, F, G on your background, that's you. So here's the thing. You gotta understand it's gonna take the numbers. Are y'all with me? And I want y'all to, I spent most of my time this weekend, cause I'm like, y'all leave and level up, doing private call, and start thinking bigger. And I got pushback from thinking bigger. And I got people I got pushback like they were slapping me. You don't understand, Eric. Y'all, so here's again. I've had about 6 or 7 of those. So please, if you're one of them, I'm not talking about you. I'm telling you, I had about 6 or 7 of those. Eric, you don't understand. Da da da, boom, boom, boom. Sarita, we got a young lady who was it's not here. Is that correct, Sarita Lashana? You don't understand. So let's assume they said yes.
Yes.
So I want to make sure, because I want to make sure y'all don't think I'm talking about you. I've had about 7 or 8 of those. Eric, you don't understand. And then today, Dr. Mary said, Eric, maybe you should ask this question. I'm thinking maybe it's me, because I'm getting 6 or 7. I'm like, this week, I'm like, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm saying something wrong. They telling me, but here's my question. She said, Eric, why don't you ask them? Do you want me to listen to you, or do you want a solution? If y'all just want me to listen and vent, I ain't got time for that. Straight up. But I'll do my best to a degree. And I'll do my best according to how much if you one of my top leaders, producers, I'll listen a little longer. I'm just telling you how it is. I'm giving y'all this because y'all better learn. I'm giving y'all this is a leadership skill. So don't take it personal. Take the leadership lesson. Are y'all with me? The leadership lesson says most people want you to listen to their complaints because they don't want a solution. They want somebody to agree with what they already saying is the problem. Because the solutions is typically going to require a change that they're unwilling to make. See, the change they're unwilling to make is tied to their past. Oh, but you understand, Eric, I tried that, but I don't give a damn what you tried. Are we going to do this moving forward? Me and Sarita talked last night. She said, Eric, I get it. It's forward actions. It's forward movement. We got to stop worrying about what I tried in the past when we did. That didn't work. Come on, y'all. Are y'all with me? Tomorrow is the new day. One thing I realized, my mentor used to always say, Eric, he said, nobody's seen tomorrow. He said, there's not a person on this planet who has seen tomorrow. Things can change in an instant for the positive and for the negative. You don't know. So why are you rapping? James says it best. The past is in your head. The future's in your hand. Get it out of your head. Are y'all with me? See, that line, I love that line. It flies over people's heads sometimes.
Yep.
They so busy stuck in the past, but you don't understand, Eric, but you don't know. But what I did, if you only knew what I went through. Man, a lot of people going through something. Now, I was listening to somebody yesterday. It's like, they said, Eric, you don't know what I've gone through. This time last year, I couldn't even talk. My voice was gone, like literally gone for months. And y'all hear me on this line, like, ooh, y'all don't know what they went through. And kids, to be honest with you, most of y'all don't care what they went through. Y'all like, what are you going to say today? It's success story today. Are y'all with me? See, we all have gone through some things. But it's not what you went through, it's where you're going to. Now, sometimes that experience you can carry it around, but most of the time, ladies and gentlemen, it's isolated. Don't let an isolated situation, don't let a bad boss change the way you change your future, because now everybody's a bad boss in your eyes. And man, Jim Rohn said the best is, man, there's only a handful of bad people in the world. He said, now they move around a lot, but for the most part, you're running into some good people. But if you let the bad experience move the way you move in the future, you're going to miss out on your blessing. You're going to miss out on the opportunity to explode your business. I was talking to Sarita last night. I said, Sarita, you're interviewing. You said, she came on here and said, hey, y'all, people is asking me, was I a newscaster? The platform we give y'all is to create an opportunity for you to grow your business. That's what this morning call. I've been saying it for day one. Man, Uncle Chuck said, we're creating the Motown. The people don't even see what's happening. We're giving you the platform to find your voice. I said, Sarita, this weekend, 200 people. People saying you're interviewing some of the top leaders, you're interviewing $1 million earners, you're interviewing celebrities, you're interviewing people who have done some substantial things in this industry. And some people who haven't, but they're up and coming. I said, out of the 200 people, and everybody coming at you like a celebrity, how many people asked you what was your position level? And she said, not one person asked me my position level. Hold on. These people looking at you like a celebrity, and they didn't say, are you a SCD, you a FBA, or you a whatever. Nope. Are y'all catching that? See, some of y'all are rapping around, but I'm only an FA. Nobody gives a damn what you are. What are you delivering to them today? What quality? When you talk to that client, they don't know our level. They don't care you're executive director, a senior manager. They don't care about none of that. They're like, are you giving me value today? Is this policy good for me and my family? If you say yes, I get it. You say no, I don't. If you're not sure, I'm out. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? You got to write the story. How big do you want it? How bad do you want it? If you want it bad enough, it's going to have to be big enough. Are y'all with me?
Mm-hmm.
If you want it bad enough, it's going to have to be big enough. Sarita, I know I've been using you and LaShonda because we was talking. Y'all drove from Atlanta. You drove from Atlanta. Now, I want can I use y'all as example, Sarita and LaShonda, real quick?
Yes.
Because
Absolutely.
you're representing a lot of other folks. I heard this weekend. I probably heard about 5 or 6 times this weekend. And I wasn't searching it out. I was busy this weekend. I wasn't seeking it out. So I'm letting y'all know that, okay? So, Sarita, I said, now to the end of the year, what is your goal in terms of how many team members you just left Level Up, Sarita? This is what I said. Sarita, you just left Level Up. You're driving back. You're the $6 million woman. You got everything. You got the vision. How big is your team going to be now until the end of the year? How big are you looking? She's like, I ain't have a chance to think about it. I was going to go home and study and plan. How big? And what did you say, Sarita?
10.
She said 10. Okay. 10 people on your team. Not a problem. Note it. It's her blueprint. It's her blueprint. Now, LaShonda's in the car. LaShonda, how big do you want your team now to the end of the year? How big do you want your team? What did she say? Is LaShonda there? Can she answer?
700.
She said 700. And I said, okay, 700. LaShonda, hold on. 700? And what did you say?
Yeah, 700.
And I said, LaShonda, to get to 700, you're going to need a roadmap. You're going to need a lot of things. It's going to need this. You're going to need that. LaShonda, 700. Like, are you willing to do what it takes to get to 700? Like, it's going to take some dang on hard work. Like, I was trying my best to make sure it's like, hey, 700 ain't this ain't like Patrick, what's the name? Or Roberts, Patrick Roberts, right? Whatever, this ain't like the 700 club. You get on no, and people donate. No, 700 is going to take something. And what did you tell me? Did you change the number?
No.
Like LaShonda stood firm on her 700. I'm like, I can't not tell you how big your blueprint or how small your blueprint. She's like, I got it. I'm committed. Now, here's where most of y'all, I want y'all to catch this. Guess whose team LaShonda is on?
Sarita.
She's on Sarita's team. Sarita said, my team's going to get to 10 by the end of the year. LaShonda said, my team's going to be 700. So if LaShonda gets 700, doesn't that mean Sarita's going to have at least 700?
Absolutely.
You see, they both in the same car, came from the same conference, and Sarita is the lead team. And I said, Sarita, what's going on? And Sarita's like, well, I got to get my stuff together. I'm just getting back in the car. I'm doing. And she started telling me all of the things that she's going to do in her mind. I said, 𝗍_ita, can you go to sleep with the number as my question? I said, 𝗍_ita, can you go to sleep with 10 as your number, knowing that LaShonda has 700? She said, yeah, Eric, well, I've got to get myself together. And she made it about her. And I said, 𝗍_ita, slow down. And she was eloquently. I said, 𝗍_ita, stop. And this is what most people get mad at. Listen to my question. You are saying 10. The girl in the car who just drove from Georgia with you to Maryland, back to Georgia, is saying 700. How can you go to sleep tonight with 10? I don't know if it's 700, but I darn sure can't go to sleep tonight with 10. When my teammate saying 700. You might as well just turn around and say, LaShonda, you're lying. Stop lying to this man. You might as well just crush her dreams. Stop lying. You're only going to do 7. Are y'all catching me? See, people are watching. Your team is watching. How big? Because the sweetest thing 10, and LaShonda like, I'm on a team. I'm doing 700. How's she going to do 10? Is she calling me a liar? Is she don't believe in what I'm saying? Is she not trusting me? Maybe I'm in the wrong place. And see, sometimes y'all don't understand. That's what people are looking at you when your dream is so small. You're like, well, nobody's going to, well, who wants to follow a parked car? I'm not trying to get in the slow mobile. I need the Batmobile. My bills are saying, Eric, you need money soon. You need money come like this. You need raining money. Are y'all with me? They say it's raining men. I need raining money. Anybody's bill set up that they need money? Anybody's life set up that they need money now?
Oh yeah.
See, I don't know how cool y'all are. Maybe y'all are too rich. But I know since I ain't too rich, I need 1,000. I need hundreds. Are y'all with me? I can't play games with this. The opportunity exists, and all I got to do is think and then go do it. But see, some of y'all waiting to go do it. You're only going to do the things you think about. Dr. Teresa said this. She said, I was wondering, why did y'all put this conference on? Why did y'all attend? See, the people who attended had a reason for attending. The people who supported had a reason for supporting. Me and Dr. Mary had a reason for creating this conference. It was to level up. Those who was here, it was a reason. Don't go back being small, playing small. Are y'all with me? The conference was leveling up, and nobody can put a limit on you but you. Nobody gives a darn about your past. But Eric, I tried to say a big number, then I failed. So what? Colonel Sanders, that KFC, he asked for over 1,000 times for people to loan him money for his recipe. They said, get out of here, old man. Formula 409, the cleaner, they tried 409 times. Get out of here. We went to Cheesecake Factory. I say, the person I went to Cheesecake Factory, I said, hey, y'all, last night, I said, I don't know, let's see Cheesecake Factory story, because everybody got a story. I went online, and they had a little QR code. I opened the menu, they had a QR code. I went online. It was like 1940, they got the recipe for cheesecake. And it wasn't 1970. They opened up their store and shop. They tried again and again and again. Then in 1970, that's 30 years. Then 1972, the 1978, their son said, let me put this in a restaurant. Let me put this dessert in a restaurant. 38 years later, from 1940 to 1978, 38 years later. And some of y'all still like, how long? Has it been 38 years? Ain't been 38 days. Ain't been 38 months. Well, stop the bullshit crap of being so freaking smart and build your business. Stop acting smart and just dream big. Damn, it's free. I'm sorry for the profanity, but I just get so passionate because I've been hearing it so much. The people want to limit themselves and then argue with me because you trying to limit yourself. I ain't in it, y'all. My brain can't keep hearing that crap. So if I hang up and say goodbye, y'all know why. Because I cannot start arguing for your limitations. I can't fight for your limitations. I don't care what they are. You take them, you leave, you walk away with them. But I am not going to absorb and believe your limitations because they're not real. Back to you, Troy.
Lord, have mercy. Woo! I think, well, I need not say it and need not say it, but I know what y'all know what I'm about to say. You just got served the master class by one of the best in the business. And it goes without saying. Let's give him a good round of applause for bringing it, delivering it just as he always does, leaving us not to be just leaving us not to be, I don't even know what to say right now. not to be disappointed at
Unprepared.
all. Man, Coach Erik, everybody's coach. Well, you can't get no more out of that. I don't know what to tell you. But it is time for us to transition on to the next segment of the day. So we are going to find out exactly what you got from it. So let's do that right now. And this is what we call our annually recap of the day. And with the way we do that, you're going to have 1 minute to give your biggest and best takeaway from today's masterclass. With that being said, we're going to start it off with the Griolio. Take it away.
I was looking for my highlighter. This is my highlighter moment. It was actually
Hey.
the last thing you said. Your limitations are not real. How bad do you want it? And I was literally thinking about that today. How bad do we want it, y'all? How bad do we want it? And I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay, she gonna leave it right there. All right, and I know somebody else got something to take away from today's masterclass. There we go. Now, other than the man that says if ain't nobody else do it, we know Gandhi Man can. So let's go.
Hey, Grand Rising. What I got out of the topic is you have to be a force to be reckoned with. You're going to have to put force behind your purpose. You're the MVP. And when the MVP is mission, vision, and purpose, what it is it's going to take some things for you to do. And once again, don't have me want more for you than you want for yourself. And once again, you got to want it before anybody else wants it. So once again, it's about what you're feeding, what you're doing, what you're driving to be. But once again, you dropped some great nuggets. And once again, I appreciate it, Coach. I appreciate everyone on the panel. But once again, it's about what you want and how hungry are you. All right.
That's
love
it. That's
that.
it.
Mission,
Thank you,
vision,
thank you,
and
thank
purpose.
you, Gandhi Man can for bringing it into the zone. And you know what he said? Just follow the blueprint and do it again and again and again. And you got to do it one more time. Just do it once again, once again. That's what I'm saying. And we're going to take that baton and we're going to put it into the next hand, which is outstretched. And we're talking about none other than Dr. Mark, the financial prophet. Or is that Monique? Because I'm seeing Dr. Mark and Monique. Well, I'm going to give it to both of you. And whichever one of you chooses to speak, y'all feel free. Go right ahead.
All right, this is Monique Pinckney, MBA, your insurance and tax pro. I wanted to just say thank you so much for that, Coach. And two things I got from it. It's a numbers game. If you're looking for 100 good people, you need 1,000 people. So that's good math right there. And then the last thing that you said is stop fighting for your limitations. We are limitless. Thank you.
And there you have it from the sister that's riding with the team captain. I'm trying to tell you, they know how to get it done and they break it quick. So let's take that. Thank you for bringing it into the zone. And now we're going to take that baton and we're going to put it into the next outstretched hand of none other than Miss Renee Graves is already smoking.
Good morning. This is Renee Graves, the money architect, and we build our financial, I'm practicing, y'all. We build our financial stability starting with insurance, something like that. But anyway, I just want to say that I love the Level Up Conference. The second day I listened on, on the video, and I want to say that I love the metrics, right? So we just got great stories, great information. Dr. Mary and Eric and everybody that participate on committees, awesome job. I just want to say, sorry, I'm walking. I just want to say that, what did you do yesterday? Like, we're talking about metrics, we're talking about all of that, but we went to a Level Up Conference on Saturday and Sunday what did your numbers look like yesterday? And so that's what this is doing for me. I'm just making myself accountable because all it is, I'm going to say 1,000, but what did you do yesterday? How many posts did you do? So that's what I'm doing for myself. And the other thing I found is that, my vision is too small. I just don't want the responsibility of a team. And I was struggling with, do I want to train people that not really, bought in? So I just have to get out my way. I've decided to do that. And so let's go, let's win. All right.
Thank you for bringing it on into the zone. And now we're going to take it on and keep it moving. We're going to put it into the outstretched hand of the next lady who is getting this ground running. And she knows how to do it as the cuz from Houston. Go ahead with it.
You're on mute.
You on mute, baby girl.
Thank you. What I got out of this call this morning is dream big, think big, go big. Get out of your own way because your limitations are not real. So let's do it, y'all. We got to do this.
Yes.
That's it. She dropped the mic with, let's do it, y'all. We got to do this. And with that being said, now we just want to say thank you to the 𝗍𝗠 for kicking it off right there with that and pass the ball segment. And none other than everybody's coach that leaves us not to be disappointed each and every day, bringing it back that fire, baby. And you need to know what's going to keep you dragging you down and get away from it for sure. With that being said, we all know what to do. So let me just ask the question. What's next?
Drill it till you kill it.
We ain't playing. We trying to keep it moving. Get up out of here. We gonna say, I'm just saying, I'm Troy Gandy, your index voice of inspiration, signing off from Good Morning Experts. We ain't got time, so we got to get it in. So now, Coach Erik, back to you.
Woo, thank you, Troy. Well, I'm just gonna say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what's next. Drill it till you kill it. Let's go out there and do it. Love y'all. Have an amazing day. See y'all tomorrow. We're going to do it on purpose because we can. Love you.
Get out the boat. Get out the boat. Everybody gets a 𝗍𝗍.